Okay, dear all, I hope you're going to be able to hear and see this well. Your general information and instructions on your task, this is an obligatory task, let me remind you. I have put these in the short document, the PDF. However, it is not enough. You need to see what it is, in fact, that I expect of you. So what you're supposed to do is, after you have read the unit on illnesses, on diseases, this is unit 4, you need to look through the material that I have offered. There is a number of different documents that describe different diseases, disorders, or health issues or problems. You need to choose one of these, or another one that you want that is maybe not in the material, and create a pamphlet that will provide information for the general public on this particular health issue, disorder, or disease. You need to do that not just any way you want, but you need to do that by following the instructions that I have provided in this PDF document, where I state exactly what I expect you to do. Why is there a recording here? Well, there's a recording so that you can actually see what a pamphlet should look like. So this pamphlet, these 3 pamphlets, were created by your colleagues in the previous year, academic year, when we were still functioning normally. There was no COVID at the time. And as you can see, each one of these, it has the exact same format, okay? They always have the same format, and I insist on that. Basically, it is a A4 page, okay, that has been folded in the following manner. You fold it to get, so an A4 page of a blank paper, you fold it to get this particular format. You have a title page, then you have 1, 2, 3 pages on the inside, and you have also the last page here, and gone, and the outer page. There is a good reason why I want this particular format and why I insist on it. I insist on it because it provides you with 6 natural, separate, so to speak, pages, without you needing to divide it into any kind of separate page or separate piece where you're going to provide information. And as you can see, people have chosen to do different things with this. Some have just made the title page with an illustration and the name of the problem that they're addressing, trying to draw the attention to whoever is reading this to open and then find what they need. And as you can see, they provided quite distinct subtitles for all the different aspects that they need to cover, right? And then this page, the back page, they use for, let's say, some additional information that they're offering. For instance, here some people provided an imaginary, of course, helpline, etc., etc. This page is always the title page. So this is the cover, the title page, where you are going to either just name the disease, disorder, or problem, health issue that you're addressing, and possibly illustrate it. Make sure that the illustrations make sense. And this is why I have chosen these 3. These are not just some illustrations. They're indeed illustrations that are closely connected to the issue. They illustrated in a way that is not just, they didn't just draw flowers or something meaningless, but something that really links the issue to the illustration and makes the illustration relevant. Now, these people here, they chose not only to provide an illustration, and as you can see, it's very, these illustrations are very to the point, because this is epidermolysis bullosa, which people with this problem are called butterfly people or butterfly children. This is why there's a butterfly here. And this DNA strand demonstrate that this is a genetic disorder. They also chose to provide the most important information, the definition and what it is, on the front page. You can do that, or you can go with this. It is up to you. And as you can see from from the instructions that I provided, and you need to read those and follow them closely, I'm offering the opportunity to you. You have the opportunity to have the freedom of organizing the information in any way you want. Okay. However, it all needs to be there. So make sure to cover all the 7 points. Some of these points, they don't have to go necessarily in that order, although I try to follow logical order, but they don't. And some of these can be linked maybe into one. It depends on the problem or the disease that, or disorder or issue that you're addressing. However, these are entities, so to speak. Each of these pages is there so that you can use them as a separate unit, so to speak. What you need to have at the bottom here, and I've taped over the actual names of the people for their privacy, for the sake of their privacy. So it's not going to look like this, obviously. Don't tape it. I've taped it just so that you don't see the actual names of the people. Right here on the bottom of your pamphlet. So this is always the title page. Please don't make it like this, for instance, or some other way. Just make it this way, fold it this way. This page is always the title page. This page is usually for some additional information or for something else that you want, okay, that you want to make it right there on the outer covering, so to speak. But the bottom of the back of the pamphlet needs to have at the very bottom your name, your index number, and the group that you belong to, okay? The rest you organize according to the way you think it should be organized, and you adapt it to what you think is relevant, and how you organize the information in the way you think is relevant and good for the particular disease or disorder that you are trying to present to the general public, to patients or potential patients, or just to general public, to raise awareness on a particular issue. So please use this and the instructions that I gave you, combine these to create your pamphlet. The pamphlet should be done either like this. You can also do it electronically and then print it out. So you don't have to do it by hand, so to speak, but most people do because it's easier and it gives you more creative freedom and space. And unless you're really very proficient in all kinds of tools that you can use on the computer, which is fine by me. So make sure that once it's complete, you have signed it, it has all the necessary information, and that you turn it in. Where you're supposed to turn it in, I remind you this is an obligatory task, so you have to do it this semester. When it is supposed to be turned in, etc., you have all that information in the PDF document with the instructions. Should you have any other questions, feel free to post them in the questions folder for the week. And if I'm not mistaken, it's week 5. And you will have, as opposed to other question forums that once the week is over, I don't go back to them. To this one, I'll be going back until the deadline for submission, so that if you have any questions, I can answer them. Okay, get to work. And I hope you'll have fun and learn a lot about all kinds of different diseases before you choose the one you want to present.